Okay, students, I'd like to make sure that you all have an understanding of how to put an essay into Turnitin through my.hrw.com, and so I'm going to pull that up. You all have access to my.hrw.com. This is the site. It'll always look like this, and so I'd have you put in your username and password. I'm going to use a student from last year, Steve Bill. So I'll put in his username and then his password. I actually had to change it from last year, so it's an all new thing. Okay, so that brings us into this area right here, and you'll notice that there's an analytical essay here. That's where the green start button means that that's where we go to. These are two other assignments that he has put into to my Write Smart, basically is what it's called, but it's Turnitin for a score. So anyway, you'd go to Start, and it brings up this window right here, and what you're going to do is you're going to copy and paste into here. So if you'll right click, hit paste, it'll bring up this. You just hit Control V and you can paste into here, and then once you hit that, hit OK, and then you'll come over here to where it says Turnitin, and right here this box will be open. It doesn't have anything in here right now because I don't have an essay to put into it, but once I put an essay into here, this box will probably be a light blue or maybe a green. Hit that box, and then it'll just start to think for a while, and you'll need to let it think for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and then after you let it think, refresh it right over here, refresh the page, and it'll kind of go back into itself, and then you hit this again and pull it up and see if there's a score. You might try this a couple of times because it takes a couple of times to do it, to make it work, and sometimes it'll actually log you out and make you log back in, and quite often it'll work after you do that. If it's not working, intentionally try to log out of this program, and even log out of the browser if you need to. Log back into the browser, get back into the browser, log back into my.hrw.com, and come to this spot and see if it shows you a score right here. Again, the lower the score that you have here, the better, because this is checking for plagiarism. This is checking for originality, and so the lower the score that you have, the better it is. And so for those of you who are not here when I give this instruction in class, you can look at this and remember how to do it. If you need some one-on-one, I'd be happy to give you some one-on-one. I've had a lot of students in the past who have come into the computer lab either before or after school, and I have helped them one-on-one to be able to do this. On the times that I need this done, it's absolutely critical that you do it in order to get a grade on the paper, specifically for an argumentative essay or a research paper or even a literary analysis paper. There's particular papers that I'm going to have you do this for, because they're papers that can easily be plagiarized, and the Turnitin program is one of the best programs for preventing and identifying plagiarism, and it helps us to make sure that we're writing our paper honestly and with integrity. And so for that reason, it's absolutely critical that you do this. And like I say, I'm very willing to walk you through it. You can even at times come in during my prep period, grab a Chromebook. You can do it with a Chromebook. Sometimes it goes a little slower, but you can do it with a Chromebook right in class while I'm working on some stuff after school. Like I say, if I'm not available because of coaching after school, you can come in before school or come in during one of my prep periods. I have a fourth period prep on A day and a second period prep on B day, and you can come in and try to do this under my supervision, which I would be happy to help you through. So anyway, this is how this works, and it's not too hard, but it'll be very valuable in helping you to fulfill all the requirements necessary to get a grade on your paper. Okay, thank you.